Okay, so Josh, can you hear me? Josh is with us from Israel. Leah is on the road, so Leah's here in spirit. She can watch this later. And Craig, thank you very much, but I don't want you to keel over. You might want to sit down or make yourself comfortable.
I'm just trying to.
So first of all, I first want to welcome everybody. I want to say something that we've now had a chance to say every day, day after day, since the Chag started, and that's Hodel Hashem Ki Tov Ki Le'olam Chasda. I want to thank Hashem, Yisparach Shemo, for bringing us to this point. Quickly after I thank Hashem, if Hashem, as He is the Adon Olam, the Master of the Universe, Sandy is the Adonah Habayit. So I want to thank, she's the master of this house, so I want to thank Sandy, who decided that salad should go there, the cheese platter should go there, and the cookies should go in the other place. And not only decided that, but procured them and arranged it. So thank you, dear. It's great. Thank you for making this great l'chaim for Jesse and Daphne. And thanks everyone for coming and bringing. I'm not going to single anybody out because so many people here brought and contributed. Is David Avraham here? I know. Okay. The only person I'm going to mention by name, because I want to thank all of our friends for bringing. The only person I'm going to mention by name is David and Kayla Avraham, because they have been kind enough now to host Daphne in their house, not once but twice, so that there should be no fraternization or any mixing of the youngsters, because you can't. Can you trust them? Can you trust them? No, you can't trust them. So I do trust them, but whatever. So you're the only one I'm singling out for special mention. So now get off my back. Do me a favor, okay?
No, you can stay.
And I also want to say that it's our great zechus and great pleasure to have this l'chaim. Tonight we had the Weisberg. Are the Weisberg still here? I don't know if they're still here.
No, they're not.
We had this is the second l'chaim I've been to in the last few hours. It's appropriate to have one on obviously on the Chag. First of all, I mean it's called a moed, but it's still a moed. It's still a Chag. We should be happy. We should have a little more. This is a little more than we usually do on Saturday night, and it's appropriate to do it during the Chag, and that everyone shares in our simcha, including the guy from Israel who's giving me hand signals. Is that
we're doing drumming.
But a big. Okay. The whole, and it's appropriate that we're here for a l'chaim to celebrate the coming together in love and unity and a bonding of two young people, because that's what this Chag is really all about between Hashem and Klal Yisrael. We all know, we're counting, happy 5th day of the Omer, by the way. You're supposed to say happy 5th day, or just it is the 5th day? Okay. Give me a pass on that.
Give me a pass.
So it's the joke is, well, last night we had hot dogs.
Right.
We'll tell you that joke later. So we're counting, we're counting towards Shavuot, when there's a lot of literature and everyone talks about it, how that's the marriage, the kedushin, so to speak, between Hashem and Klal Yisrael, and that's when Kudsha Bricha Yisrael and Deraisa become Chad Hu, as the Zohar said. So that's the marriage. But make no mistake, Pesach is the Erusin. Pesach is the engagement. That's why it says at the beginning of the Eruv, if you look, before the Makos start, before anything else, after Hashem has made his intentions, he says, I'm going to take them as a people. I'm going to be for them as a God. We're going to be with each other. It's a real mushal for the way that Daphne and Yishai have said that they're going to take each other as husband and wife. That's when it starts. And then, of course, we have all of Pesach. This morning, we read Shir HaShirim. When I say we, I mentioned you already. That's enough. We read Shir HaShirim. That's enough of enough. He's so needy.
Oh my God, but the laning was amazing in that video.
But I tease him because I can. But this morning, we read Shir HaShirim, which is all, as you know, is all about the love and the longing of the two beloveds. But it's also, unfortunately, about desire, which is at the moment not fulfilled. The phrase is repeated is repeated, Bikashti v'lo matzativ, but that's that. On the other hand, we know that in the end, the promise is made that the destiny is that it will be that they will come together, and then once they do, it'll be, l'chaim and l'netzach. And then we moved to the laning, and we saw that Moshe asked. It's a machlokas how many bakashos he actually asked for. Hodieni na esdrachecha ve'edacha lamanem sechem beinecha. The Rambam says is Bill here? The Rambam says okay, so Rambam says that's 2 bakashas. I showed you the Abravanel last week in Shul. Showed you the Abravanel. The Abravanel says it's really 1 question, but if you want, it could also be 3 questions. And he finishes by saying you can take your pick, right? Doesn't the Abravanel say that? I showed that to you, so you're right. Okay, so we're not gonna necessarily solve that how many questions it is, but the whole point of it is that Moshe wants to, know God's drachecha, the different way the poskim say it could be ku'ula secha, it could be mido secha, it's different opinions of the poskim, but through knowing your ways that I will know you. Well, frankly, that Moshe is not going to be completely successful at that because, as he can't completely know God the way we can know each other. But it's part of the mushal of Shir Hashirim, of Har Sinai, of the Pesach story, but the mushal that we're setting, where the relationship between a man and a woman, between a husband and wife, is allegorically kiviyachol, the relationship of love and devotion and fidelity between God and Israel. So with all this going on, how could we not have this l'chaim tonight with Shir Hashirim and today's Torah reading ringing in our ears and these messages ringing in our ears? How could we not? Well, we couldn't not, so we did. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we did, and here we are, and it's only possible because of the great outpouring of, speaking of love, because of the great outpouring of love and support from all our friends, and I thank you again for coming. So what is our bracha for the Chassan and Kala? The Chassan is here, Yishai Shmuel. The Kala is here, Devora. I'm sorry, do you have a middle name?
Shilomi.
Devora
Shilomi.
Devora Shilomi and Yishai Shmuel. Our bracha to them is that they, like the examples of the beloveds that we've been talking about tonight and today, that they will find each other, that they will say to each other, Hodieni na'as drachecha ve'dacha, show me your ways, let me get to know you even better and better, and let me know you in all of your essence, and let me love you for who you are, that they will be completely successful in doing that, because that is something that we want them to pursue for the rest of their life. We want them to be so completely successful that it will be a inspiration to all of us in our relationships and our marriage to see what a lovely couple they are. They will spend hopefully their lifetimes doing it, and they will be blessed with a longer yor, with good long years, so that they can work on both of these things of knowing each other and loving each other and have a tremendous devekus for each other. And we should be zoicha to live long enough to see them, and at the appropriate time to see their children, and to see them become a tremendous bias neman b'klal Yisrael. Mazel tov. And eat something.
No, we got one more talk.
Oh, yes. Oh. And now, the chassan. May I sit here?
Yes.
Oh,
welcome everyone. Good morning.
Rabbi.
It would be very easy for me to get up here and talk about how wonderful it is to have Daph in my life, and also to thank everyone here for helping out with this whole event. But this really seems like neither the time nor the place. Okay. I wanted to share a good idea. So when I had the good chus to be in Keren B'Yavneh when I was in Yeshiva, and I heard a nice talk by Rabbi Rivlin.
How long were you there?
I was there for 3 years. So Rabbi Rivlin, one of the Rebbeim there, and the Mashgiach, he would always give these really, really great and really helpful shiurim on the parsha, whatever, on every week. And one night he gets up and he says, if any of my shiurim have been A, interesting, or B, somewhat useful to you, I think tonight will be A, the most interesting, and B, the most useful. So this really chumps it all. He said he was going to talk about relationships. And so it was a 45-minute shiur, actually. but if we have time, I think I'll no. But I just want to share a short little part of it that connects to Pesach, into the idea of the Yetzias Mitzrayim. That when it came time for the 10th and last plague, and we know that the way that we avoided ourselves being hit by that plague was to follow Hashem's command to do the make the Korban Pesach and to put the blood on the doorpost. So when it comes to that, there's the upper part of the door and the sides. So the upper part is called the mashkof, and the sides are called the mezuzos. And when Hashem gives the command to Moshe and Aaron to put the blood on those parts of the door, he says to put it on al shtei mezuzos v'al mashkof, to put it on the doorpost and then on the lintel. That's the correct English thing? Okay. So then, but when Moshe and Aaron repeat the command to Klal Yisrael, they say al mashkof v'al shtei mezuzos. They say first on the lintel and next onto the two sides. So why is it switching the order? Seemingly we would want to repeat things as Hashem told us. The idea is the different parts of the door are representing different people here. The mashkof is Hashem, and the shtei mezuzos are Moshe and Aaron themselves. When Hashem told Moshe and Aaron what to do, he put them first. He said al shtei mezuzos and al mashkof second. And when Moshe and Aaron spoke, they put Hashem first. And the idea that we get from this is that it's always important to, sometimes we think we need to think outside of ourselves, and in a relationship, always to see the other person's importance and always to first praise them before we praise ourselves. So, whatever I can say about myself, which I'm sure I can go on for a long time. No, but there's so much great things to say about Daphne, so I'll keep it short. But it's wonderful to have met her and have her in my life now. And I also want to thank everyone here in the same way for just making this great event for us, and we really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to, of course, the love that I have with Daphne and Shreina for many years, and we appreciate the love that you showed us. So thank you.
Now can I tell them to eat something?
Yes, definitely eat
Eat and be merry.
Eat and be merry. Josh, what was that?